I must say, I admire
Very young.
how you are so mature at such a young age and so committed.
Absolutely.
You know, at
Losing
17, I
my
didn't even
father.
think about things like
No,
that.
losing my
7.
father at 11.
Yeah.
Losing my father
There's
at
something
11
to you, no?
Makes you
think,
grow up fast.
Yeah, taught me a great lesson.
I was going to say that I thought you saw Gopal Shetty that inspired you.
They were on television.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said.
Now, 1963, television came to Malaysia.
Yes.
And with that came various programs. Now, look, I was glued. Not just the Indian programs,
Sunny with his
but
dance.
they
remember?
were the first time that we knew about Joget Gamelan was from television. Because the Terengganu group, 1963-64, was the first time suddenly we were sitting there and this music came, and then that old man, Pakcik, the original teacher, you know, and then there was this dancing that was unlike anything we had known to be Malaysian dance. And 64, 65, see, I was 63, I was in Form 1, 67, I got to Form 5. But they were crucial years. Don't forget, I was saying to somebody also that in the middle of that, we had Konfrontasi.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, true.
Yes,
You know, 1963, Malaysia formed. See, when Malaysia celebrated the formation of the country, again we had lots of performances. You know, the bangsals everywhere, and we had lots of performances.
But there
and
were
for Perlis, it was so important because the Raja of Perlis was the Yang di-Pertuan Agong at that time. So Perlis was given a lot of attention.
Of course.
Yeah.
Raja Perlis was the Agong at that time.
But
yeah.
that would have been
63.
all traditional dances at that time, wouldn't it? There wasn't any Western or...
No, they were. No, in terms of like GK, which is almost extinct now.
Yeah, yes, there's only one guy left.
GK was
in Langkawi.
strange. It was strange. It was like today, you know, they've revived, for instance, in Kedah, they've revived Mek Mulong.
Yes, even here.
I remember at the time when 1967, Mek Mulong had just been given some little bit of attention.
Yeah,
There was that
push.
makcik who used to perform by herself.
But I'm
today,
from Malacca. Forgive me, what is Mek Mulong?
Mek Mulong
I'm
is
sure I'm
from
not the only one who's
Kedah.
not familiar.
Mek Mulong is from Kedah. It's a theatre form, very similar to
Almost like
Mak Yong.
Mak Yong, yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
almost is a Kedah version.
Kedah
really,
version.
yeah. And Kedah and Perlis, there were menorah troops. You know, nowadays you can hardly see them.
Right.
There was another theatre form called GK. At one time it was pronounced DK, and then it was GK.
Okay.
What does GK stand for? I mean, a lot of people may not be familiar, you know?
GK also has the story, like Mek Mulong has a story of, you know, kings and pahlawan and all that. Nowadays, Mek Mulong is quite big in Kedah.
Oh, it's
They've trained entire
Completely
groups, yeah,
revived,
entire troops of people, and they sing.
After they got UNESCO recognition.
But,
Yeah,
but GK is one man, isn't it? Who plays all...
No, GK is an ensemble.
ensemble.
It is it's still alive in Thailand.
In Thailand, it's still
It's
there.
again,
What do they call in Thailand? Mek Mulong?
GK.
GK or DK. I found out that there's a group that performs in Langkawi.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have one revival.
That's quite news, you know.
Yeah.
Just recently, a couple of years back, they have got this whole revival is being done.
See,
Can I ask you a question? You know, this is interesting because I'm watching and hearing your immersive experience started very, very early. And of course, the traumatic demise of your father. But you were cocooned, surrounded by wonderful people, which is really a blessing in a way. And then I know you personally in terms of your experience. You're my senior in Zamin College, so we heard a lot about you. Who doesn't know him? You know, and then of course,
Post USA,
yeah.
I was the devil.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that one. But I'm looking at this issue here, the making of you. To me, you are the representation of what Malaysia is. We have a lot of problem in this country trying to identify people with race and people with ethnicity, which is to me is not relevant because all of us are mixed in one way or other. Kenusantaraan, the island world, as well as the big benua kecil, India and all that. My question to you is, when you had this experience looking at film 1960s and all that, which I'm familiar with, when did you really, before you went abroad again, when you went out, when did you really immerse yourself in learning and working on the Terinai first? Because you were the star in Indra Putra, 1977, right?
77. Yeah.
And I was there sitting in the studio watching you with Christian. Christian was advising. He was amazing then. Wonderful dancer. I was like, oh my God, he changed so much from the day I saw him. But you had introduced Terinai. Not Pak Meh did it in Perlis, but you brought Terinai out from Perlis.
I brought Pak Meh to
but
KPN,
you brought, no, Pak Meh you brought because he was the teacher. But instrumentally, it was you, because you were in the production and you were the person performing. And that was, the Terinai was very powerful in Indra Putra, right? And that Malaysian cannot dismiss the fact that you played a very important role in bringing Pak Meh and bringing tradition up. And then you left.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us what happened when you left?
Okay. Can we do this in two parts?
Sure.
Just you were saying that Indra Putra was the...
Talk about it. Can you talk about it, please?
True enough. Indra Putra was a highlight of my life, really.
Great. Please talk about it.
Because when I came back from USA, I went back to Sultan Abdul Hamid College with that terrible headmaster, bless him, Joginder Singh Jesse. He hated me.
Really?
And he was there for a long time.
He hated me personally because his daughter, Surinder Kaur Jessie, was an AFS student, my senior. And when Surinder came back, he couldn't understand how Surinder had changed. Surinder was his youngest daughter, but in my preparation to go to USA, I was at Sultan Abdul Hamid College. Surinder was a good friend. She told me what to expect when I went to USA and so forth. So, and then when I came back, a year later, when I came back, I had to go back to the college to finish my HSC. Surinder was gone. You know, while she was there, she was like my protector from the father. Sorry about that. And when I came back, and Joginder Singh Jesse made every point at an assembly, he would say, we don't want these people coming back from foreign countries and influencing our young people. You know why? One of the things that I learned in America, I went to everything. I went to shows, I went to musicals, saw Hello Dolly, you know, whatever it was a dream come true from that childhood thing of listening to records that my father bought. And I was in Fiddler on the Roof. I was in Oklahoma, so I was filled with, you know, this music. Let's go back to the college, and because I was part of the choir, I had these terrible friends who just followed whatever I said. They said, "Oh, you've been to USA, you know." Yeah. So they said, "Anything new that you learned in America, music-wise?" I said, I saw Hair.
Oh, wow.
Saw Hair on Broadway, and I had the record. I bought the LP of Hair. And I said, well, why don't we do the Hair songs? we did Good Morning Starshine, which is a classic, but that's not all. Welcome, carbon dioxide, hello, all these sort of things to do with the environment. And then there was that masturbation can be fun. Join the holy orgy Kama Sutra. This group of us, 3 of us, we got up and we sang it at a sort of informal show. And Jogini Singh Jesse wasn't there, but he heard from somebody else that we were singing hippie songs. That was what you were known as a hippie, 1968, 69. So he just took it out. All these people who come back from foreign countries who think they are so good.
But you forget his daughter was one of them.
Yeah, I know, but the daughter had left by then. And she went off to USM. And so I really suffered. And my attitude then, at the age of 18, 19, was rebel. Let's show them, rebel. I came back from USA. Not that I like USA. I really didn't like being in USA. I think I came back more of a socialist than anything else. But it was like rebel, fight against all these tyrants. I saw Jogini Singh Jesse as a tyrant. And so that was Sultan Abdul Hamid College. But the friends that I had were equally, they were rebellious, and in a way they followed whatever I was the USA return, the Yankee they used to call. And then I went to Australia, got my HSC done, and I thought, burnt all my nose, and I said, I don't want to sit for another exam ever. And I went to Australia, and that was when I realized that whole experience of being in USA and taking my dances to USA, the real seriousness came when I got to Monash University. There was one person who used to have a Malaysian dance group. I wouldn't say it was a big dance group. There were only 4 of them. His name was Wan Halim. Wan Halim used to do, it's 1970, 71. At that time, Malay dancing, they were crazy about what they called a taridra.
Oh, yes.
Still.
No, but these taridras were with sort of quite modern music,
Yeah, I'm sure.
songs that
Really
Rafi
more progressive
Abuang
than
or somebody
now.
would sing,
Yeah.
And it was always about kesatriaan, the brave soldiers dying, and then the widow is crying. I said, no. I said, this is not what I want to do. But Zamin was my co-plotter. So both of us Wan Halim was so happy to accept both of us into the group. But we used to send the topic of, and Wan Halim used to play the warrior, and he would take nearly 5 minutes to die.
Bangsawan.